episode of Liberate Lunations. My name is Eleonora, and today we're going to be talking about the Scorpio new moon that's coming up on November 14th at 9:07 p.m. PST peak time. Scorpio is a water fixed sign and often the most misunderstood sign of the zodiac, just because it is deep, mysterious, enigmatic. But honestly, as a fellow Scorpio sun, I love that energy. And I find a lot of beauty in diving deep within ourselves, our emotions, and connecting with other people. So during this lunation, we have a few aspects, and overall, this isn't a disaster of a lunation like we've been having this year, but it's still one that you want to tread carefully on. The first aspect that we're going to touch on is Venus and Libra squaring the Capricorn Mafia, which is all Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So we've reached a point in Venus's journey where they're facing off this Capricorn Mafia, and it's not really a pleasurable or enjoyable position for Venus, since both, especially Venus and Libra, they're both very much about connecting with other people. These planets in Capricorn, especially Saturn and Pluto, are kind of giving Venus a reality check. So a sobering, more grounding and limited perspective and energy to work with versus the Venus and Libra energy that we're used to, whereas it's more pleasurable, it's more harmonious, it's easier to go through. And although Saturn and Pluto are really putting a downer on Venus, we do have Jupiter in there as well, sending a square away, which is not really much of a downer. Venus square Jupiter, it's more of a like high hopes, uplifting energy, which helps kind of break the sobering, tense energy that Saturn and Pluto are putting on Venus right now. The second aspect that we have is Mercury, who is direct now, thank the Lord, and almost out of its shadow period, will be opposite Uranus in Taurus, who is retrograde. Now, we have already been having these Mercury-Uranus oppositions, and we know they bring unexpected information, shocking, revelating information coming to light. Aside from that, it can also indicate just changes in our communication patterns and how we react to these. So for this time, make sure you check your sources, you check your information, where are you getting your information from? How are you relaying it? Just make sure you're not caught off guard. The last aspect that we're going to touch on is both the sun and the moon in Scorpio, our sextile Pluto, and Jupiter in Capricorn. Now, this is one of the better aspects, even though sextiles are considered the weaker aspect of all of them. It's still something that we can find comfort, joy, and support in. These two energies, both water and earth, are coming together during this lunation to help you build a solid foundation for any intentions that you want to put forth during this lunation, and also bringing you an opportunity to learn and grow and benefit from these. Now it is time for me to pull a card for you guys. And again, with these cards, we just ask what energy we can find support in during this lunation, what energy we can rely on during this time. All right, we got Eris, which is another asteroid. And like I said in my last video, I don't really work with asteroids other than Chiron in my practice. So we are gonna look at this booklet and see what it says for Eris. Okay, Eris. For the keywords for Eris, we have anger, strife, bitterness, karma, vengeance, and reflection. Feeling jealous and angry, these are both healthy emotions, but don't let them consume you entirely, or you may not be invited to the party. It may feel satisfying to lash out in the moment, but if you channel that anger into something more productive, you will yield much better results. Eris can also point to transgenerational trauma and its effect on our daily lives. We carry the stresses of our ancestors inside of us, and this shapes our responses to certain triggers on a cellular level. These traumas can be on an immediate family level, but also a societal level. Remember that the things you are feeling are valid. So I think this is very relevant, not only because 2020, but also because the sun is in Scorpio and the moon is in Scorpio. As we know, some of the negative traits of Scorpio can tend to be jealousy, anger, resentment, revenge. So we really have to make an effort not to fall into those energies, into those feelings during this lunation. Like it said, find productive ways to channel that anger in a way that's going to benefit you and possibly benefit other people. Like I said in my last video as well, this is a really important time to develop your spiritual practice, just because we do need to connect to our ancestors. Everybody needs to heal those traumas. And it's important that we do the work now if we want to move forward, if we want a better world for everybody. We all have to do the work. We all had ancestors that did good and bad things probably. So we all need to tend to those transgenerational wounds. For this time, I always say new moons are good for readings, just to get clear on your intentions and what path you want to set for yourself in this new lunar cycle. But I will also recommend hypnotherapy this time around, because it helps us tap into our subconscious and shift different ways of reacting that we might not be aware of on our day-to-day life. So it can help us develop or start developing better patterns and behaviors. Meditation we recommend during this time. One of Lily Reyes's meditation and healing for mental health and emotional prosperity. That is going to be on Thursday, November 12th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, all of our meditations are online. They're all $15, and you have a replay for the next 48 hours if you can't make it live. Okay, guys, that is it for this new moon in Scorpio. Let me know below what you're planning to manifest during this lunar cycle. We would love to know. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them below as well. We are here for you anytime you need us. You can email us, DM us, call us at the shop. We got you. I'm sending everybody much, much love, many, many blessings, and have a happy, happy new moon.
Hypnotherapy, I like to think of it as just awareness focused inwards.
Reprogramming your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is really the control center of you. What do you think, feel, believe, and do?
So hypnotherapy is good for everything, really, when you think about it. It's good for physical ailments. It's really good for chronic pain.
Sleep, eating, the habits that we have that just kind of run our daily process. Hypnotherapy is excellent for being able to gauge those, being able to turn them up, being able to turn them down.
Basically, essentially everything. The list goes on and on. It's good if you actually are somebody who's self-deprecating, are insecure, you want to boost your confidence. It's good essentially to empower yourself in every way, shape, and form imaginable.
And so if you want to think about life differently, feel life differently, or have different responses or beliefs, it starts within here. We reprogram there, and you see everything and allow everything to show up differently in your life.
So when should you get hypnotherapy? Well, there's a lot of times when you can get hypnotherapy. For instance,
as soon as they feel that they have either a habit or a process that they want to adjust either greatly or in a minimal fashion.
Also, when you're looking for a little assistance or push to get you to wherever you want to go. It's really about change. And so when you want to change, that's when you should get hypnotherapy.